The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Handoff. It's Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Green 90. Green 90. Left, 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 left.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now they'll run. Murray. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
Left, 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 left.
Now here's Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points in the sense that they look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett to throw on 1st. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will get the football at the 20. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get it.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Z.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Going with a screen for Murray. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace. Ace.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Shaw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, 4 down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So out come the Chargers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
52's the mic, boys, 52.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Aguilar. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ready, green 39, green 39. Hey guys, I got 15, 15's mine, I'm taking. Left, left. Hey, alert 3, Z.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. This is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now it's Carson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Z. Hut.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
On first down, Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Tight end right. Slow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Z.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got him, man. It's right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Z. I got 15.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there at 22.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Ace!
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Latavius Murray scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 down.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Brissett. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. It got his man complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brissett on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Now the ball comes loose, but I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
and it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Ohio!
From the gun, here's Brissett. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's not going to get out of the end zone. Murray is taken down for the safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Ohio!
Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett now on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch that end, tight end's right. Tight end's right.
throwing. Brissett. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Akeem Hicks. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down. Let's go. White, 90. White, 90. Flex round.
To throw, Brissett. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got 4.
They run it with Carson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case, they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And some space here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the backside? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
This is Carson, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Gun, Brissett. A bullet throw, but incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Slow! Ready!
Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Slow!
Working from the gun, Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They're going to run it with Murray. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now they try the right side here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, Brissett. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught at the 30. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Flex round! Check 59, Mike. Ohio!
From the red zone now, Brissett. Incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left. Slow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Escapes the sack. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 70 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, Murray. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Left. Slow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He has the first down and more. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Latavius Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
A 1st down throw for Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Devontae Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders are back within a score. And he'll bang that one through. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hut.
Now again, this is Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
4 down. Check.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go with Murray again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
19's me. So. Z. Take it.
Mahomes to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.